Very good evening, students. Last class I have taught you that some of the factors are there, though they are external, but if you have the better management skill, you can convert them to your internal factors, and it is your you can create your strength for the organizations. One of the factors is the supplier. Supplier management process is very much essential in today's organizations, in the today's area of business as well. Why? Whatever the things you are, but you have to satisfy the customer either through the product or the services. To produce the product or the services according to the need of the customer, according to the demand of the customer, you should have a control on the raw material. If the raw material quality is good, then you have to produce the quality output or the quality product at a consistent rate. If the raw material price is less, then you have to produce the product at the cheaper rate. That helps for your organization for creating the competitive advantage. But the thing is that when the supplier will supply the raw materials, either it is in the logistics systems, either it is in the inventory systems of the organization, or it is going for the production process. If the production process, then there is no issue, raw material has been used. If it is the inventory, a statement is already discussed that inventory hides the defect. You have the large inventory, there is no value for the organizations. It hides the defect. If the raw material in the logistics systems, then only a statement is that ideal resource has no value for the organization. That's why you should have a relationship with the supplier in such a way that impact on your efficiency or the effectiveness of your organizations, by which you should know how you go for the supplier negotiation process or supplier management in the different type of the ways. One of the ways is that is called the American way of the supplier management. It means they are American companies that deals with a large number of the suppliers at a time, but their relationship with the suppliers is the short term one. When they get the lesser bid, when they get the invoice at the cheaper price, they go for the negotiation. They don't require the long term relationship with the suppliers. It's the good one because you get the raw material at the cheaper price, but every year you have to change the suppliers. It means when you have the need, then there may be a chances that you will not get the proper suppliers for your organization or for the product. Another thing is that you have to deal with the less number of the suppliers, but you have to think about the long term relationship. This is good one because when they are when you have deal with the small suppliers, then you have a long-term relationship. Then when you require a need at a particular time of period, then the supplier will stand by you. Another thing is new innovative technology, innovative management system, just like the just in time. It means supplier is just act as your inventories. Means when you are not maintaining your inventories, supplier on your behalf will maintain the inventory. That means when you require the materials, then at that moment supplier will supply the product, then ultimately you have to produce the product at a lesser time, and the cost to keep the inventory will be reduced down. That is another technique. Third technique is that when you have a better management skill, when you have a better human resource, when you have a better capital, then you will directly acquire the supplier, or you go for the backward integrations by which you will produce the raw material on the behalf of the supplier. It's the good one. Vertical integration method is a highly essential when you produce the product at the cheaper rate with better quality and consistency. But the thing is that when the vertical integrations, you should have a better capital resources. Fourth technique is called as the Keiretsu technique. It is a common term in the Japanese. When Japanese are deal with the supplier in the two ways. They deal with the small number of the suppliers, and side by side they give the deal with the vertical integrations. How? Particularly in the Japanese organizations, they give some loan or the credit to the suppliers, and when they require the they require the raw material, the supplier will produce or they supply the raw materials to the organization. It is a win-win situations by which supplier is just act as a partner for the organizations. It means in the career network systems, your supplier takes the credit, side by side supply the raw material. This is a win-win situations. Next method is the virtual corporations, the virtual organizations. Today's it has been observed that to make the system more transparent, more predictable and accountable, now every supplier has been connected with the online or through the technologies. Here the relationship either short term or the long term. It depends how you deal with the software in the particular in the networking systems. But whatever the things, virtual corporation is the need of the time, because you have to fasten the relationship raw material process in such a way by which you reduce or satisfy the customers at a quicker time. At the end, I just talk out whatever I either you will deal with the long-term process or the short-term process or the vertical integration or career network or the virtual companies, you should have a competitive advantage in the market. Competitive advantage means you have to produce the best quality at the cheaper price with a good service. Then and then only your customer will stick to your organizations. Then you have a better business acumen, and that impacts on your business ecosystems. Thank you, and very good night.